Big D!
How are you?
My man, what's going on?
Oh, man, brother, you know I'm gay and blessed.
You were so fun to watch this season, all the way to the final two. Did you think that step into the store, I'm going to make it all the way to the final episode? They're going to see a lot of me this season.
Yes, I made sure I was going to do it, and I was going to do what? Cook, clean, sleep, and manipulate the whole time and entertain and make people laugh and just on by, because I knew I was not a comp beast, especially in the beginning. I was like, none of these comps are for me. We get to an egg competition. I was like, I could do this, and still lost it. So I was like, you know what? I'm meant to just socialize and get to the end and support Xavier in however way I could, because I believe when I made that final two with that man that either me or him would win, but we knew we were going to be in those final two chairs together. And I was okay with him winning, because I said, if I had a key, I would have turned in and said Xavier too. I'm not going to lie about that. But I definitely felt like, hey, I deserve to be in that other chair because I did the work. And some people saw it, some people didn't. Is what it is. But at the end of the day, I got there and I'm happy. And I was able to do something to help my mother and do something where it would change my life, especially, you know, a boy like me from the hood of Philadelphia. So I definitely am happy how things went down.
How's that check look? $75,000?
I haven't seen it yet, but I am excited. I'm going to make sure I hang it before I even cash it. I need to look at it and really take it in.
Or get a copy of it made and put it up in a frame like, I did this.
Yes, keep in mind, you know, I also walked to 7,500 by playing in domino effect. So,
yep.
I mean, that's why I say I don't know why these guys were not getting me out. I said I was a threat. Get me home.
Because you were too fun to be around. They wanted to keep you around because you were fun to be around.
I had such a ball with the house guests. We had such a good summer. We had so much fun. There were so many good times. And, of course, there were bad times. But there were so many good times, and that's what I love. And I think that's why I kept staying around, because I was playing like I said, everyone has different social games, of course, but I was playing a social game where I felt like, to me, was one of the best. And what I was doing was cooking, cleaning. Someone did that in the past. Cooking and cleaning plus entertainment, coming up with games, coming up with dance, coming up with songs. I'm like, do you think I want to wake up every day and entertain these damn house guests? No, this is the only thing I got. This is all I got to offer. So I'm going to offer it and then do it, you know?
Before we get into talking about the game, what did you miss most about home? Because if I'm in a game like this and I've died to play this game, I know right away it'd be like my wife, my kids, my mom. My mind would be going 20,000 different places. Number one for you, like, what did you miss most not being outside in the, home?
I would say I miss my mom the most. You know, my mother was someone, she lives by herself, and I take care of her. And she was someone I miss the most. And, I roommates, I call my children, my best friends, I miss them. And just Philly in general, like, Philly's built different, and we talk different and we act different. So I just miss the whole Philly region itself. And I felt like it was tough being away from the world. Like, I couldn't pick up a phone and be like, hey, is everything okay?
Yeah.
You know, that was hard to not know. And no one's telling you what's going on. They're okay. They're watching you at home. You're on TV, but no one's telling you what's going on. And that was hard for me. Very difficult.
Philadelphia, by the way, shout out to Philadelphia. I've been there a couple of years in a row. I saw the Made in America Festival with Jay-Z and everybody, and that was Philly was something. I did the Rocky. I died trying to go up the steps. I mean, I've been there.
We talk about Rocky now. You know, Rocky's a made-up character after my father, so be careful now, okay?
That's the other question. Listen, when you let the cat out of the bag finally, I don't know, like, is Xavier your friend again for not telling him for that many days that you are smoking Joe Frazier's son? Like, he must. I saw his eyes go.
I'm sorry, is Xavier a lawyer? Like I said? Okay, so we both had some secrets. You know what, me and Xavier had a bond since day one. We were like, yo, we're brothers, we got this. This is us, like, we are going to make it. And, it was one of those things where I was so happy when he stood up and he was like pacing back and forth. I'm like, what's wrong with you? It's like, I got something to tell you. And I was like, and I started laughing. I got something to tell you too. So it was perfect, because I would have felt bad if I was the only one who had a secret.
Yeah. And
I'm glad that so many people had secrets, and that meant a lot. and meant a very lot. And I'm glad that we shared that moment together. And I'm glad we started this game together and ended this game together. Of course, people are going to be upset because the favorites didn't win or this and that and blah, blah, blah. But it's a game, and you can't take it personal. It's also a reality show. We're here to entertain. Have fun. And if you see the fun parts, that's the best parts. To me, I love all the dancing and songs and jokes and improvs. And I was like the babysitter a lot. Make sure people ain't talking to each other. I'd be like, what you doing? What's going on? Like there's so many things that played into it that I think I really did show a phenomenal game. And I think that people that really sit down and watch it will understand. But if, some people feel like I just slept. So if I slept, sure, whatever you want to say. But I definitely got in that second place. And I ended up on the block 3 times. And one time somebody played the wheel to take me down. Take me off the block, and then no one sent me home. So, I don't know what y'all watch, but I'm a little confused because to me it sounded like I could have went out a couple times.
Now there were a couple of secrets, as you know, you had the secret. Xavier had the secret. What about Chada or Claire's secret? Those are some pretty big secrets too. Like, wow,
those girls were really smart, and I knew they were threats, and that's why I said they had to go. I knew it.
The jury. Warm up the jury.
I'm good. Thank you so much. But they were phenomenal, and they were sweethearts, and I love everything about the girls. I love everything about them. We had such a ball. We cracked up. Me and Hannah, girl, I'm sorry, dude. Let me tell you something. Me and Hannah were, like, that was my little sister. We had a ball, and I love that girl so much. And Claire was a ball, too. Me and Claire didn't hang out as much. But I definitely look forward to seeing more of her in the future. But we just had a good time. Like, no one ever felt hurt or like, oh my God, like offended. Everyone had such a good time, and they knew that everything was coming from a place of love. And on top of that, I would walk into that diary room and they'd be like, do not talk about your diary rooms or house guests. And I'd be like, girl, I just read you the film for what you had on today, girl, just to let you know. So I was like, I made sure, because I didn't want nobody to be shocked when they watch this back and be like, he said this, but I'm not even hearing stuff from my own house guests. I'm hearing stuff from the people, Twitter. But other than that, everything else to me, I think I did great. I had fun. I loved it. Great experience.
To Kylan before he left the house. And you had to be the deciding vote to send him out of the house. And then he said what he said. I'm hoping everything's going to be cool.
Yeah, no, we're good. Listen, at the end of the day, we are a cookout and we are a family. And there's going to be times that we're going to fight and things are going to happen. But the last thing we're going to do is allow a miscommunication. They will work it out as gentlemen and talk on the side and leave all the social media, the interviews, everything, in the, not get in the way of what they need to talk about as men. And we did this, we would do the same thing. At the end of the day, we really have worked so hard to make sure the goal was to get somebody who was African-American to win this season, and we made that happen. And we're like family. We're going to fight. We're going to argue. Me and Tiff had different disagreements and couldn't get along, and she dragged me, I dragged her, and things like that. But at the end of the day, we knew that when we get out of here, it's just a game. It's a reality show. Don't take it personal. And we do care for each other, and we all do. And that's just what it is. At times, even, with Alza, me and Alza have been friends the whole entire game. I hope that, even though we had our tiffle at the end, I hope that one day she, and I don't know how she feels, but I definitely apologize to her if she felt any type of way. I said it in the house, and I also said it again. I hope that in time that she will see that I really did have her back the whole entire time, and maybe she will find it, later on that she will talk or whatever. But at the end of the day, she doesn't owe me anything, and that's fine. I still love her, still care for her. She's my sister, and that's how I look at everybody.
Final question. Your father, bless his soul, when he was alive, I need to know, did he hear the Wu-Tang song that referenced him, and what did he think of that? I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser.
Yeah, but my dad, I would say this, he was an old school cat, so he didn't really like rap, but he did hear it, and he had a lot of respect for it, and he was more of a, Bobby Taylor, Marvin Gaye, he was that era, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Bobby Womack, that was his era. So he wasn't into the rap. So he'd be like, Derek, I don't know what he's saying, I don't care, but he said my name. So, but he did have a lot of respect for it. And I always appreciate, any type of music artist that pay tribute to my father, because I think people forget who he is. And I always say there would never be an Ali without Frazier, and there would be no Frazier without Ali.
Thank you so much for the time. You had an incredible run on the show. It was awesome chatting with you. And
thank you.
Maybe we'll see you again at some point, man. Big D, thank you so much.
I hope so. Thank you so much. I love your energy. Thank you so much, brother.
Take care, man. See you guys.
Thank you.